Hey's YouTube. It's been a while since I uploaded, so today I wanted to share with everyone, especially with new players of Wuthering Waves, my honest thoughts about this game and how it felt for me so far, ever since release. Buckle up for the good and bad yapping. No game is perfect, not even gacha games. PS before making this video, the main record was like 35 minutes long because I literally got lost in the game and forgot to stop the recording. This is how easily you can get lost in the gameplay. First, I want to talk about the environment that this game offers and the stunning open world aspects. For a free-to-play game, devs did an incredible job over the years to bring such improvements and with no cost from the player's side. Why is it so good looking and worth playing for hours maybe? For me, colors. The theme of the game and the characteristics of each detail is polished very well. Grass touching, every move you make in the game, every water drop you hear, was created to make you feel like listening to ASMR lo-fi music on a chill Sunday. All of that amounts for part of the content. When I first started the game, the first thing I did was try out all possible actions, movements, and test what it has to offer. It got me hooked in less than a few minutes because you have so much freedom. Games like this don't come around often, and you pretty much can't do in other games what you can do in Wuthering Waves combined. From Naruto wall run style, parkour moves, grapple options, and maybe we can get wall combat mechanics sooner or later, I think this right here is what I'm excited for, 50% of the time in game, since this is offering the gameplay and accurate combat style, and you can switch between these to be more creative. Kuro Games developed a great way to pick you by surprise, and if you played PGR, Punishing Grey Raven, then you know what I mean. Open world exploration, which is themed as a post-apocalyptic world, gives a nice contrast to what's coming next. It really keeps you excited, especially if you're new. I tried to keep the spoilers to a minimum so the in-game footage shouldn't ruin your first-time gameplay. Classic and basic, you got a ton of collectibles, shinies to grab along the way, and a handful of rewarding items for meeting specific requirements. There are puzzles to keep you busy, while hidden mechanics to give you some time to think, and if you're a casual player, there are a lot of easy stuff to do around in case you don't feel like putting out too much effort. Air combat is a big plus, which for me is a must-have in most games like this. I want to enjoy the absolute possibility of free movement without looking like a still rock. Sluggish combat or slow movements sometimes bore me, so Wuwa saved me that trouble many times. As a noob, I sure as heck didn't know what comes next. There are a lot of scary, dark, or somber aspects, and since I'm a big fan of Dark Souls series, it all got better and better. My expectations were high ever since beta, and, to be honest, in comparison with old CBT videos, the animations with the graphics really tickle your inner weeb culture. Feel free to have a look at the older videos if you want, but in-game it feels different in case you experience the test version. Here's where the fun started the most for me. Big challenges or boss areas are looking great because they are designed as a large ring of battle, and it does give room for a large view. Auto camera angles and adjustments hit at the right moment, but this is where some of the bad parts of the game show up. Focusing on the enemy would be easy, but the large aspects and view angles are not connected with more mechanics to fight back, nor the challenge gives you to bite more than you can chew, since there isn't much you can do if there is just a full plain ground and nothing to latch on or use as an exciting method to add up to your combat. If you played Devil May Cry series, combat of that level would peak in Wuthering Waves aspects, which makes the fun 100x better and worth spending the time on. We are almost there, but there is a need for more complexity. Everything in the game is beautiful and gorgeous to no end, but I want even more than that sometimes, because what's the point of all the good looks if you can't make use of it for more fun content? Further down with my experience, I have to mention that for a free-to-play game and with no paywall needs, the power required to run this game is very low. I did this record at the lowest settings, and here's the details, in case you look for the system specs. For a free game, I think we pretty much get enough for now. Demands from players should be higher since devs listened. Let's not forget that WoA still grows, and it has a long way to go before we reach the peak of content. This cocopium keeps me playing, and believe we'll get to enjoy better content with each patch. Here's an astounding example of what I wish to see further from the devs if it would be possible. The animals in the game, the way they appear or exist as part of the environment, could be implemented into new forms or abilities for exploration, skins and graphic changing styles for our items. Nature can complete the gameplay into something unreal if we cook some supporting thoughts. Who knows, maybe one day Kuro will do something you wouldn't expect at all. The unknown once again keeps me playing. Similar to this flying gadget we currently lack a ton of new items to make the game more engaging, whether it's an open world or in a confined space. It can be bad looking sometimes and boring, but we need to keep waiting. Last but not least, I want to mention a few details about the fighting mechanics and what makes this game stand out from the crowd the most. It's not easy to master parry, timing, and style all together at the same time while concentrating on a challenge. It takes a lot of focus and attention span to be better than your enemy, and sometimes even small mobs can take you by surprise. It's engaging, and it takes some dedication to be a pro at your own moves. The big downside of all the fun you get to experience is the single-player concept. Since there isn't much need of co-op for now in the wide world aspect, and that's a sad fact still lacking in Wuthering Waves, you can't really share any of the feelings the game gives you with your friends. And what kind of game is that if you are soloing everything and you can't flex your skill or help with it? We've pretty much reached the end of the video, and I want to thank you a lot for sticking around till the end. Conclusion? If you are a new player or not, I say don't give up on it just yet. Try it out or give it a third chance if it felt boring on the first try. You got nothing to lose, but there is nothing to be ashamed of if this is not the game for you. While the perfect game does not exist, something will eventually fit to your standards as a gamer. Let me know what are your thoughts in the comments, and I'll see you fellas next time.
Bye-bye.